So then she goes and gets her own house, her own trailer down the road from us. And she stays there for about a month, I think, if that. And she winds up going to jail. So what do me and my husband do? We wind up getting a trailer, moving all of her stuff out. She's living with a drug addict. And we move all of her stuff out. I put it in storage at my house. She comes home from jail. Back to my house she goes. I said that wasn't going to happen, but it did again. This last time, mind you, she's still on probation. And this last time, I heard something. She went to the bathroom again to get in the shower. And I heard a noise, like that kind of a noise. Went in the bathroom, and she was leaned up against the wall at this time. And I said, Brittany, wake up. And she said, oh, I'm okay. She said, my knee hit the counter. I said, look at me. She wouldn't look at me. I said, Brittany, look at me. And she turns around, she looks at me, and her eyes are so small where she just hit heroin that she was like swaying and nodding out. So I stood there for a few minutes, and I said, Brittany, you gonna be okay? She said, yeah, I'll be fine, Mom. She said, I'm fixing to get in the shower, I'll be fine. I said, okay. And I walked back to the living room. By the time I sat down, I heard this real loud bam-lam. And I jumped up, run to the bathroom, and Brittany had fell in between the toilet and the counter. And she was blue, she was gray, and she had stopped breathing. I called 911 and started giving her CPR. I ran through the house. I couldn't even talk to the lady on 911 because she couldn't understand a word I was trying to say. So I ran through the house, stopped CPR, ran through the house, gave my husband the phone. He said, who's that? And I just threw the phone at him and said, it's 911, tell me to get here, Brittany's dying. I went back to the bathroom and I started giving her CPR again. And I kept giving her CPR and she wasn't coming back and she wasn't coming back. And I was praying and praying. And finally I told my husband, I said, call my sister. I need my sister here now. I said, he calls my sister. She comes running through the house. I'm in the bathroom still giving CPR. My husband trying it, bless his heart, he was so upset he couldn't even do it right. I pushed him out of the way. I said, just move. And I continued to give her CPR. Finally, I heard my sister's voice. And she said, listen. And I said, I can't. I'm doing something wrong. I don't know what to do. And she started singing the song, Staying Alive. And I finally got into motion with her voice. And when I did, she tilted Brittany's head back and Brittany gasped for air. And she came back too. That was the worst 15 minutes of my life. But I was so hysterical. If it hadn't been for my sister that night, I think Brittany would have died on me. The EMS finally got there, and we took Brittany. She didn't even know what had happened when she came to. She was like, Mama, what are you doing? Are you crazy? I was praying and hugging her so tight and told her I loved her. I told her, I said, you're scaring me to death. Please don't do this again. She said, Mama, I'm fine. Everything's okay. It's all good. No, it's not good and it's not okay, Brittany. You just don't understand what I just dealt with for the past 15 minutes. And I'm trying to talk to her, but I don't want to scare her, but it scared me, so I want to shake her. So anyway, they go in there, they check on her. By that time, my parents are at the house, and I'm all to pieces. And we finally get her to the hospital, make sure everything's okay. They keep her overnight, I think. I don't even remember. I think they did. And then, when she came home, they violated her probation. So she went in front of the judge, and the judge told her, you can go to a 2-year program in the mountains, or you can go back to prison. And if you do the 2-year program, you have to be clean in order to get into this program. So we took her, me and my other sister, Stacy, my husband, we took her to Black Mountain. That's what she decided to do. She wanted to do that. Should have never done that. She stayed 3 months in the mountains in December, walks out from the job that they let them run around and go do. She walks out from rehab, walks down the mountain with snow on the ground, leaves all her belongings. Some guy picks her up, takes her down the mountain, drops her off at the store. She don't know anybody in that town. And the lady that works at the store is about my age, with kids a little bit older than Brittany and Brooke, and says, honey, do you know what you're going to do tonight? And Brittany said, no, not really. She said, I'm not from around here, I don't know anybody. So the lady told her, she said, well, there's snow on the ground, you can't be out there, you'll freeze to death. You can come stay at my house until you decide what you're going to do. And Brittany didn't know this lady from nobody. She went to a complete stranger's house. Got in a complete stranger's truck that took her there for starters. So then I called Rehab and checked on her. Well, they tell me, oh yeah, she's fine. We'll have our director call you and give you an update on her. But yeah, right now she's fine. Well, mind you, I already know she's left because the probation officer's done called me and told me that she's left. So the rehab lied to me. So the more I thought about it, about 2 hours later, I called the rehab back and I said, are you sure Brittany Fisher's doing okay? I said, this is her mama. And they said, oh yeah, she's fine. I said, well, how do you know? Because she's not there. She walked out, she's at somebody's house she does not know, and she's doing meth again. I said, how do you know that she's okay? I said, her probation officer just called me and told me she's not there. I had a friend of hers call me and tell me that she called them and she was high as Georgia Pine. So now you tell me my daughter's okay. I hang the phone up. I call back the probation officer. Me and him chit-chat about what we're going to do. Well, there's nothing he can do except put an ABP on her. Or ABP, I think. Is that what? Okay. Well, that's what they did. Nationwide, worldwide, whatever. Until they find her. Mind you, I still haven't heard from Brittany at all. So I don't know how she's doing, where she's at, nothing, except for what I'm hearing along the way. And then, finally about, I think it was 2 o'clock in the morning, I get a phone call from one of her friends, and she's screaming to the top of her lungs in the background. Hallucinating, crying in a hotel room in Goldsboro. I have no idea what hotel she's at, none of that. But she hasn't been asleep in about 4 or 5 days again. And I can imagine, my first thought was, oh my God, I went back to where she was on it at my house. And all I could picture was her shaking, hallucinating, and doing everything she did before. So when I talked to this person, I said, don't leave her. I said, if you leave that hotel room, you call me, you let me know what hotel it is, and I'm going to be there. Well, she didn't want him to tell me where she was at because she was scared I was going to bring her probation officer in the law. They have her locked back up. So he never told me. He finally got her calmed down in the background. I finally talked to her on the phone, and I said, Brittany, I said, honey, I said, what's wrong? Why are you crying? And she said, Mama, I don't know. And I said, what do you mean you don't know? She said, they're after me. I said, who is after you? She said, the law. She said, they're everywhere. They're all outside. I said, Brittany, there's no law out here. I just talked to one of your friends and you're fine. I said, you just need to go to sleep and I'll see you in the morning. I said, call me in the morning and let me know where you're at and I'll come get you. And we'll work through it together. No, I'm not going to tell you where I'm at. You're going to have me locked back up. I'm not going to be locked back up. So she went on the run for 3 weeks after that, and I did not hear nothing for 3 weeks at all. No phone call, nothing. I would keep in touch with her probation officer. He would let me know how she was doing as far as where they were at in trying to find her. Or how they were doing, not her, because he didn't know where she was at either. So by this time, 3 weeks later, they find her. They finally pick her up at a friend's house. She's high on heroin. She had done heroin, I think she had done like 2 or 3 bags that morning. And she had done, I think, I don't know how meth comes, because I mean, like I said, I've never seen it, never done it. But she had done meth that afternoon right before they picked her up. So my daughter is a speedballer, if any of y'all know what that is. Speedballing is whenever you do heroin to come down, do meth to go up. That's speedballing when you do it together. So they finally pick her up, they take her to jail. She goes in front of the parole office, they violate her probation. She goes back in front of the judge, he violates her. He violates her probation, they violate her parole. They send her back to prison. That's where she's at now. She's still doing drugs in prison. Me and my mom went to go see her last Monday. And she was so disrespectful with the words that she was using. Because I'm not sending her money in prison. I'm not sending her money through Western Union to go through prison so she could buy her drugs. I never do nothing for her. And I'm the one that has stuck by her through all this. But it has took me a long, long, long time. Very long time. Matter of fact, probably about a year ago, if that long. I was one of the biggest enablers for my children. Very bad. They would call me, they want money, sure, we'd give them money. I need gas, how much? I need extra stuff in prison, how much? That's what moms do, take care of your kids. Well, something broke in me when Brittany Ann died in my bathroom floor that night. Or overdose, sorry, not died, but overdose. I felt like she died because something broke in me that night. There's not a night or day that goes by that I don't just break down and cry for no reason. I could be riding down the road, I break down and cry. When I close my eyes at night and go to sleep, I see Brittany laying on my bathroom floor. And it's very difficult. So I decided then and there that, don't get me wrong, I'm still learning a lot.